What's up, world? This is Mig, back with NFT Stories for another video. As always, I got my main man, Nova, with me. Nova, what's going on, brother? How you feel?
Welcome all my aliens, apes, and zombies. Another global edition today with a lot of money talking to us.
Man, literally. It is a global episode. We are international today, and our special guest is a legendary artist, a legendary NFT OG. He might be your favorite artist's favorite artist. If you're not familiar, you're going to get familiar today. He is also the curator of the March NFT box from NFT Boxes, which is the subscription NFT box from Pranksy and Carlini. The theme from the March box is 100 years from now, and all of the contents of the box is just airdropped recently. So we're going to talk to him about that. He's also a CryptoVoxels developer. So we're gonna talk to him about the metaverse of CryptoVoxels. We're even going to take a trip inside of CryptoVoxels. And if you aren't familiar, he hosts a pretty cool party called Hotel Voxels Party. He just had the second edition of that party a few days ago over the weekend. It was really cool. I was in there, getting down, getting jiggy with it, and had a great time. And he actually built Hotel Voxels, which I didn't know at the time, but he's going to take us on a tour of that. So without further ado, our guest today is none other than the legendary AlottaMoney. AlottaMoney, man, how are you doing? Welcome to the show.
Hi guys, thank you for having me. Excited to be here.
Our pleasure, absolutely. So before we get into some of these fun projects, and especially March boxes, the NFT boxes, we are NFT Stories. So I would love to just hear from you, a little bit more about how you got involved in the art world and how you got involved in NFTs specifically. I feel like everybody has the story. So can you kind of share with our audience a little bit of your journey?
Yes. So I've been in the art world almost all my life. I always been drawing, and I started as an illustrator when I was 20 years old. And I've stayed in the visual and artistic field all my life. I've made motion design. I've been working as an art director for a sport company, and someday someone is proposing me a job and want to pay me with Bitcoin. And so it all starts here. I start looking into Bitcoin. I find Andreas Antonopoulos video. This is the first video I find, and I jumped in the rabbit hole. It was to me some kind of a revelation, and I never stopped looking into crypto and being fond of crypto since that day. So I started on Twitter, making the Twitter visual headers. And rebrands for a project and influencers. It worked pretty well, and little by little I worked for John McAfee, who gave me a lot of work during 1 year and all the visuals of his presidential campaign.
Wow.
And then I met people from the NFT world. I met a Sparrow who gave me a place in CryptoVoxels to expose my work, and everything started here. I started meeting people, exposing art, and creating NFTs. So I tried to get into super rare, and by the time the walls were a little less higher, it was easier to get in. So I jumped in pretty fast, and I was lucky enough to add several sale records right after that. That made it quite easier for me.
With all the projects that you have going, that's one thing that inspires me, is seeing the artists bringing their ideas into reality.
Oh yes, my process is I'm trying to find a very simple idea at the beginning, because I know I'm going to add a lot of things while working on it, and most of the inspiration are coming to me while playing with element and trying different things. So I want to be surprised by the result of what I'm doing. I don't want to prepare it really. I start with a simple idea. It has to be to me a good idea, and once I got this idea, it's kind of the structure will be the base idea, and around it I can balance everything I want. So yes, I like to be surprised and to find new idea. And sometimes when I'm almost done with a piece, I find a new idea, and it was much better than the one I was working on. So I start all over again. But I take a lot of pleasure during the process, so it's not a problem.
That's awesome. And you know what? It could be fun. I would like to show your website, actually, if that's okay, because you've got, if people aren't familiar, you know, this is sort of an iconic piece for you, right? I mean, anybody that follows you on Twitter knows this look with the
Yes.
four eyes, right?
Yes, I've always been a fan of the Monty Pythons, and when I created my Twitter account, I decided to have a John Cleese avatar, but I wanted a John Cleese avatar that was about visuals and that was about art. So I decided to give him 4 eyes, because that at least you need at least 4 eyes to make art.
I love that. Can you talk about that? What does that mean to you?
This particular picture, well, the character itself.
But for those that aren't familiar, when you say you need 4 eyes to make art, like what does that mean?
It's been that to me, at least to me, the most important thing is the image you're gonna catch and you're gonna remember when you watch a movie, when you saw a work of art, when you travel and discover places. When you're a graphic designer, an artist, all those things you see are going in a big box you got in your head, and they are piled up. And I think that knowing how to draw or knowing how to compose in Photoshop is a matter of eye. You have to train your eyes. You have to learn a few things, and the more you watch and the more you stare at art, the more you understand the way the people communicate. And to me, it's everything goes through the eyes. So it's better to have 4.
I love that.
4 of them. And this particular picture is a card I made for the collective project. You know, the card. There will be a 150 card collection of different artists that will the project will be up in April. So that's my card, and I decided to use it here. And you can see all the parts you have is the scissors and the glue is because I spend most of my time doing collage, you know, so taking elements here and there and trying to put them into something that is mine. The little house is for the CryptoVoxels buildings. The tentacle, the foot, and everything is about the randomness and the silliness of what I'm doing. The little bird is Twitter, because that's where everything started for me. And on the background, you can see lots of banks burning, and one of them slowly drawing into the water.
I love that.
There are some plants around because I love nature.
I see that. I love the foliage. That's beautiful. A lot of money. What I would love to transition to, because you know I am holding a March NFT box, and I would love to give the folks a little bit of a first look, or have some conversation with you, an early discussion about what folks are going to be receiving as part of their airdrop, anyone that has purchased an NFT box already. We're actually recording this if you're in the United States, we're recording this on Saturday morning. So by the time we post it, you know, it might be Saturday, it might be Sunday. So either the airdrop will have happened, or it's getting ready to happen any minute. So are you able to share any highlights or any things that helped inspire you and guide your 4 eyes, you know, during this curation process?
When Pranksy told me about the fact that he wanted me to deal with the March box, I had to pick a theme. So I choose 100 years from now, and every artist, every project was on the idea. The box was supposed to be some kind of time capsule from the future, you know, and
Awesome.
so everybody worked on that direction. So we had Bananakin who made some kind of brain that sees it all, some kind of psychedelic brain in 3D. That is pretty awesome. We've got Mlipti, who made we made a paper toy that you will be able to print, cut out, and glue.
Wow.
And
Cool.
if you got 5 seconds, I'm gonna show you what it looks like.
Absolutely.
Once it is.
Pretty exciting stuff here, Mig. You know, it's just live action. This is
Absolutely.
great.
Nobody's seen this before. This is a world premiere.
So if you print it 1:1, you will have something like this. There's a mast that is here, but I lost the mast. So this is what your paper toy would look like, and I think you can build it even bigger if you want. So
Awesome.
so Mlipti made all the design of the spaceship, and I made the skin all over it. So that's something you will have. It will be an unlockable file that you can download and then print.
Very
we have
cool.
Didier Ra, who made a beautiful animation, NFT animation about a female robot, and some kind of future advertising about a female robot that is a little steampunk, and that is very pretty. You can see it on his Twitter page. We've got Skinny, who made something amazing. He made a drawing. The drawing is about cockroaches. So his vision of the future would be cockroaches living in human skulls, with all the civilization destroyed behind. And he took. I made vehicle in voxel vehicle in CryptoVoxels, and he drew all the vehicle, almost all the vehicle I made. He drew them, and they are animated in this picture. You have a reference to Monty Python's. You have so he made something especially for me, and that was a pretty nice gift he gave me.
That's awesome.
You got Orabel Art, who made a beautiful female android coming out of some kind of magic liquid or electric liquid. That's the one.
Here,
Yes,
right?
this one is this one is
very
beautiful.
futuristic, very much 100 years from now, and
Yeah.
very cool. Awesome.
Yes.
And so,
Yeah.
what was it like, or how did you and Pranksy, become friendly, and when, what is the timeline for that? How much time goes into one of these curations? And is all of the artwork original artwork with this theme in mind?
Yes, of course. All the artwork have been made especially for the box, except maybe the paper toy that was made a long time ago with Blitby, but we kind of forgot about it. And when I asked him to be part of the box, he reminded me about this paper toy we did maybe 1 year or 2 years ago. And I said, oh yes, that would be a great thing, because it was a spaceship, so it was exactly what we needed here. And how I met Pranksy, when I met Pranksy, he was a starting artist, and he wanted to collaborate with everyone. So he was spamming everyone, then asking if it was possible to make a collaboration with him, because he was a young artist, and it was pretty funny, and he was everywhere. He had that ability to be everywhere on every Discord channel, every Twitter post, and little by little he became what he is today, some kind of legend. But and I made at the time we made a collaboration together, and nobody wanted to buy it. So at the end, I bought it myself, and I'm pretty happy I did it, because I'm sure now it was a lot of money.
Wow. And how long have you guys been collaborating?
Oh, we know we never really stopped chatting and talking with each other, because as I told you, Pranksy is everywhere, so he's in my DMs and my Twitter too. And yes, we never stop chatting and helping each other when it was possible, and talking about ideas. I think the December box that he made for Christmas was the start of this March of this monthly box, when he saw that it worked. And I'm not sure about it. I would have to ask, but I think I was at the beginning of the idea of the Christmas box, or he was talking about it with me when he first thought about it or something.
Wow, that's awesome. So I'll go ahead and I'll share a quick look at that too. So I was late to this, but I picked up one of these sort of empty advent calendars a while back just because I thought this artwork was very cool in and of itself.
Yes.
And
But it's a Banana Kin who did the artworks. He's making all the visuals of the boxes, and I really love the way he works with 3D. It makes it completely cartoon, completely alive. I really love it.
and it features, I think, Pranksy's Ava Star there, which is
Yes.
quite iconic. And then I think March was also, it might have been the first NFT boxes that had a ticketing system. Is that right?
I think yes, and it's going to change in the next box because it's trying to find a way to make it as fair as possible and to mitigate the fees problem. Because, for example, there is 800 boxes of March that have been sold, and you will have to send a dozen NFT to each of this address. So you have to there might be a better way to do this, and I think he's looking into it.
But for now, it's definitely a cool, innovative process because this ticketing system, basically they pre-sold tickets for early access to purchasing the boxes. And so that's helping to sort of circumvent some of the issues with bots and some of the unfair disadvantages that some people are finding to secure purchase of of drops in general.
And what was great is if you bought the February box, you had the ticket for the March box, so for free. So there were all the tickets that were sold by people who got it for free, because they bought the previous box.
Awesome. And so this is the March box that we're talking about. Everybody that had this in their wallet as of 24 or 48 hours ago, something like that, a snapshot was taken, and those wallets will be airdropped the 12 brand new original NFTs with the theme 100 years from now. So we're looking forward to that. It's going to be awesome. It's my first one that I've owned, so I feel like we already have a special relationship, AlottaMoney, and I'm excited to see all of the wonderful contents that you're describing right now. Now, I do want to transition a little bit. I would like to talk about CryptoVoxels, which I was not familiar with, but yesterday, and I said at the beginning of the show that I was at the Voxel Hotel. This is a quick screenshot I got. I love the pool. We had people swimming in the pool. We had people dancing on the dance floor, dancing on the DJ booth, dancing mid-air. It was really an awesome party. How many of these folks do you think were in Europe where it was nighttime versus here in the United States when I was in the party, it was maybe 3 p.m. in the afternoon, something like that?
Yes, it's always difficult to find a good. It's always a bad time for someone on Earth, and I don't know. I think there was a lot of US people. All of my friends from the USA were there, so most of them made it. It's impossible to know how many people was there. Even if you take a screenshot, sometimes you reload the world and you see people that wasn't there before you reload. So I'm not sure you're seeing everybody at the same time, but yet there was a lot of people, a lot of activity, and a lot of lag.
Oh, yeah. Well, I didn't have too much problem with lag. And by the way, 3 p.m. is a perfectly acceptable party time, for me. So that was all good. But it was really cool. The music was great. The music was curated by Eclectic Method.
Yes, it is awesome.
And this was the second installment of this Voxel Hotel party. Is that right?
Yes. The first time was for the opening of the hotel.
Awesome.
Because Basileus, who is a famous collector that is here since a long time, bought at first he rented the hotel, and then he decided to buy it. So now there are two owners of the hotel. He has 50% of the hotel, and the other 50% is mine. and
Nice.
he exposes his collection inside the building. So all the art you see in this building belongs to Basilius' collection, and he also have a second building that is called the Strelite House, and the second part of his collection is there. And when you're at the bottom floor of the hotel, you have a portal to go to the other part of his collection.
That's one of the amazing things that I found with this is like going around and including like your layer where you get to show off your collection, show off your pieces. Then you get to the hotel and there's an experience there with, you're looking on the walls and it's actually, the owner's pieces that are on the walls or friends' pieces that are on the walls. And that's what's really bringing me into this, into the metaverse world, is where you can share your pieces and collaborate with others while, looking over great pieces of art.
Yeah, and people are starting to realize that when you expose your collection, and if you select the art you love, this collection is going to talk about you. So this place where you're exposing your art is going to become some kind of mix between your home and yourself, and it's something that you need to experience to get.
Well, AlottaMoney, we would love, we've talked about this idea before, and if you're open to it, we would love for you to kind of show us around the CryptoVoxels world a little bit more.
Yes, if you've got 5 or 6 hours in front of you, I can show you around.
There we go. Oh, here's the hotel. There's the hotel right there and the doorman. And then
yes,
we got the bartender right inside, right?
Yes. So here you have they are here to drive your car to the parking if you want. So here is the hotel. You get a beautiful sport structure just in front of it. I love it. It's beautiful, and that's the inside. So maybe I'm zooming in. No, I'm not zooming in. So that's the bar with the bartender that is working with the shaker. So I will have to. Excuse me. I have to cut the music because it was a bit too loud.
Sure. This is very cool. So when did I'm assuming you built this hotel, is that right?
Yes. I built this hotel. At first, I wanted to sell the hotel. I wanted to build it and sell it on OpenSea, and I guess it was a little too soon to sell that kind of thing because the auction had no success at all. So I kept it, and then Basileus came and saved the day, and he decided to rent it for a few months, and then after he decided to buy it to buy half of the hotel. So now the hotel is ours, and if anybody someday buys it, we'll share the profit. So he decided to have special rooms for artists he really loves. So he asked me for a Trevor Jones room. This was at first the Bitcoin Angel rooms, and now it's not only the Bitcoin Angel room because you got.
That is awesome.
Now you can see that the main problem right now in CryptoVoxel is exposing animated art. As you can see, there's not much frame per second, so it ruins the effect a little. That would be my only complaint about CryptoVoxel, is that it's not great at all to expose animated art. So that's the place here. You've got the Miss Al Simpson place here that is quite psychedelic. I love her work, so I tried to make something that was in the same spirit, and
wow.
I really dig her style and everything. So you still have video cameras because it's important to have security in that kind of hotel. So here we got I continue the tour here. I want to show you many other things, so I'm gonna. This is the Josie room.
Oh, beautiful! I love that. Love her work.
This is the When Giant Meets room. And here you have the fake door. It's a showroom for fake door, and it's a fake door. So that's the terrace where you can have a drink.
Beautiful. I love the colors. There's art all over the walls. I mean, this is you can get lost in here for hours.
Yes, and you can get lost outside also because there are many different windows at the hotel. You got distributing machines around.
So I was sort of curious, like I was wondering how a hotel works in the metaverse, right? But it's really cool what you've done. You've really used it as sort of a theme for a hotel theme for showcasing this artwork. So it's sort of in my I don't want to I don't want to limit the potential for the hotel, but now I'm seeing it as sort of a really cool gallery where you can. It's more than but it's more than a gallery, right?
Oh yes, yes. It's I try to create places I would like to see in real life, and I try to create futuristic buildings I would like to see in the future.
That's so
And a
cool.
place you can bring your friends to show it off. I mean, this is cool stuff, and I like cool stuff, and my friends like cool stuff, and this just brings you in, and it exposes you to maybe a different aspect that you're not familiar seeing with, within the metaverse, within other aspects and other artists.
Absolutely.
And so this is the second building of Basilisk. So this is a house that is coming from the Neuromancer, the book from William Gibson, and the Villa Straylight was described in the book, and he asked me to design this villa as it was in the Neuromancer. So this is the entrance. Here you got his X-Copy collection that is quite impressive. This is the central artificial intelligence in the Villa Straylight that is dealing with everything in the house. So you wanted to have this here too. Behind you have a secret passage to this place that is just behind. That is a shop that I made right here for the Meta Factory project. But let's go back in up. Let's go back in the Villa Straylight. So the place was described as a castle with a lot of different corridors and room. I'm almost getting lost. So there's a stairs here, but we're not gonna go there right now. So he wanted at the same time he wanted a room for each of his artists. So this one is my room. This is the room I designed for his. Got a little problem with my mouth. For this Riot 41 piece, that is a piece I made with artificial intelligence, and that's one of his favorite pieces. So he wanted a room specially for this one. I'm gonna show you upstairs.
And what is the artificial intelligence aspect of that piece?
When I work with artificial intelligence, I'm trying to guess. I'm asking artificial intelligence for random images, and then I'm trying to get it as if it was a message she was sending me, and I'm trying to get what she wanted me to do with those elements. And this time she gave me a lot of shields, a lot of policemen, lots of robots, and I decided to make some kind of riot. And every time I work with artificial intelligence, I'm trying to get what it wants me to do. And that's my way of that. This is a secret room you got just behind the books here. Lots of little secret places here.
That's cool.
That's neat. That's super cool. It just reminds me of like the old video games that like Zelda, where you find the secret room and there's a little treasure hidden behind there.
And maybe what could be cool is maybe you can share some links with us to this destination and maybe some of your other favorite destinations that we can put in the description of this video.
Yes, but you can find every link on my website, AlottaMoney.com.
Perfect.
You got a specific CryptoVoxel part of the website where you have all the pictures and all the links to my buildings and to this place that I call my lair.
And is that the metaverse link at the bottom of the page that I see? I think.
Where do you see the link? Yes.
Okay, so if you go to AlottaMoney.com/CryptoVoxels, or you can also go to AlottaMoney.com, and at the bottom of the page there's a link that says metaverse, and that'll take you there. and it's very easy to navigate. Very cool.
So this ship, it was made by Ogar. Ogar, that is the one who made my beautiful website, and he is also a great CryptoVoxel architect. And he did this place, and this place is where I expose my collection. This is all the NFTs I bought and I have. So I have this little museum where I expose
Wow.
everything in here.
This is so much better than my OpenSea link.
Ogar is mad about details too. There are details everywhere. I really love what
this is so the future. This is behind these big shades. This is mind blowing. This is ridiculous. You can get lost in this for not only hours but days.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Oh yes. Yeah. I'm not showing you 10% of what I would like to now, because there are buildings everywhere. There are fascinating things to see. So
well,
this is my this is the place where I started. I made I called it the Museum of My Art, the MoMA. And
wow.
but I have some problem with the video streaming that is too and I got some problem with the mouse that is consuming a little too much and everything is lagging and bugging. There's too much videos in here. I would love to optimize the video to try to find something, because I decided to put everything in this place, but right now
I love the Michael Saylor.
It's a lag fest.
This is like a pantheon of Bitcoin and Ethereum celebrities in here and spokespeople. It's really, really cool. Well, AlottaMoney, man, this is incredible. I know I'm going to be spending a lot more time in here, just appreciating some of your artwork and some of your collection. And we could spend, I'm sure, hours and hours and days in there. So, I don't want to make any promises, but maybe if people enjoy this content, please leave a comment, let us know, share it on Twitter, and maybe we can borrow some more of AlottaMoney's time after his March NFT Boxes drop is complete, and maybe we can do something fun on Twitch where we really do like a marathon and really just go into a lot of detail and tell some of these backstories behind some of these pieces, because it's super fun. And I know that we're going to need more time to really do it justice. But in the meantime, AlottaMoney, man, this has been such an honor. We know you're super busy. The NFT boxes for March the airdrops are coming soon, and this has been a first look. So we appreciate your time, man. Do you have any parting thoughts? Anything else you want to share with our audience before we close for the day?
Yes, there's a fascinating project coming on Nifty Getaway, the Crypto Cubes drop with 8 artists this week.
Awesome.
There will certainly be also the Art Avatar project. That is a project with 70 different artists, and we all did a portrait. We did different part of the portrait with very precise template, and there's an artificial intelligence that is going to mix it and create a piece each time someone buys an NFT. The NFT right now do not exist. They will be created not really randomly, but they will be created by an artificial intelligence each time someone buys one. So there will be pieces that will be valuable because they have a part of the same artist, for example, or there will be some piece that will just be beautiful because I saw what's coming out of the machine, and some of them are very, very, really splendid. And there will be some artwork that will be valuable because they're amazing. So that's a very fascinating project too coming this week.
Wow, man! I don't know how you do it. You're keeping busy. You're making me feel like I need to be doing more than I'm doing right now. It's really inspiring, man. Thank you for all of your contributions and all of your great artwork and developments. And please keep us posted on new projects as they become realities, right?
I will. Thank you.
Absolutely. Novo, any thoughts from you, brother, any final thoughts before we close out?
Hey, thank you for your time, and stay positive and love life.
I will.
Yes, sir. All right. We'll see you guys on the next show. Thank you for joining us.